Hi there, welcome to episode number 13 of GrowthArtic. Today we have a really great topic for myself.
And myself.
Tech fuck-ups.
Yeah,
Ben,
so many tech fuck-ups happening.
why did we choose this topic?
So, last time we talked about mental health. Yeah,
Right.
and physical health and how that works together. Lots of mental health issues come to me back to tech fuck-ups. Being worried about too much or too little worried about tech. So we thought this might be a good follow-up on that end. So how does it start, man?
Okay, we thought we could start with this one because we both are hanging around in the startup
Yeah.
scene, and there are so many startups in our coachings and so on. And I think one thing what is really important is the first €1,000 bootstrap money from your
Yes.
grandma or whatever. Please don't spend it for an agency or somebody who's building your website.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, keep ownership of that
Yeah.
one. Yeah, I think we're a bit biased because we both started our whole entrepreneurship journey building website.
Yeah.
For me, it was WordPress. What was it with you?
Same thing. Maybe we were. I was one of the first WordPress power users in Germany or something. I remember in 2007, I was in Hamburg to the bootcamp WordPress stuff. That was one of my first meetups. So it's more than 10 years
Crazy.
of using WordPress.
Do you know this tutorial website called Self-HTML?
Yes, sure.
Yeah,
.org.
Yeah,
.org.
This is how I learned
Yeah,
to do
yeah.
HTML and
Yeah.
then later CSS.
Yeah.
And I think then I picked up WordPress after that.
Me too.
And so it was very natural for us both to have our own websites. And now we see startups, young people flustered by ways how to build web pages and spend a couple of €1,000 or to do that. And for example, in waiting to have a website. That's what pisses me off most.
Exactly.
Yeah?
So
They're talking since 6 months about their idea. They don't have a fucking landing page up. Yeah.
So first, there's always the question: do we need a website? I say, hell yes. The website is the only thing you need. Maybe in the beginning, a website. You need a website, yes. But then, and you said it already, the ownership of your website, and don't wait for your website. So start a WordPress thing, start a lead pages thing, or Wix.com or whatever is out there on the market, Jimdo or whatever. Start it, do it by yourself because you can learn it by yourself.
Yeah.
It will take you, if you're not experienced in that topic, maybe 2 days for the first version.
Spend that weekend to learn shit.
And then it's there. Then it's out there, and then you can start optimizing.
And you can change it. You are not dependent anymore on some developer that has a pipeline of stuff to be done. No, you want to change your tagline, you want to change your image, your call to action, have another form, have type form in it. No, just get it done. So let's talk tools really quick. You mentioned a few: WordPress, Wix, Squarespace.
I don't know that.
Yeah, but it's very similar to Wix. I like to use Instapage at the moment, but it's a paid product. Starts around €80 per month. Yeah, so I don't know if you need that, but especially like if you're in a corporate and you're zero tech and you need a couple of people working with it, that's pretty cheap for that as well. And you can be sure that 6 50-year-old CEOs have an awesome website after an hour. Yeah. So building that yourself, done. Use a website builder if you must.
2 reasons: save money because you can do it by yourself. Number 2, be in control. If you want to change it now, you are able to change it now, and you don't have to wait. Yeah. Don't wait for agencies. They don't have time for you because you're a startup. You are not the biggest client, so you have always to wait. If you want to change it, there has to be the option to change it now.
And later you have the money to get it done professionally. There is good reasons to get it done professionally later. You should not spend your time on your website if you have a running business and you're the business owner, but it frees you up. You can check out our website at growthartic.com. Hendrik built this with WordPress and a theme he uses for a couple other projects. So if you have built one website, it's
2 hours time.
Very easy to convert it to different times.
And it's not nice, we know, but for our goal right now to start this podcast series,
it does its job beautifully.
It does its job.
Yep.
Done. And there will be the time, we will feel it, I would say, when we say, okay, we have to make a nice, better, full version of a website. But for a starting purpose, that's totally enough.
So after the website, so when you start talking to other people about your idea, have a fucking website up and running, then you're going to be talking about this the next 3 to 6 months, So have a website where you have the ability to capture leads, I would say, like, put in a MailChimp form and for people to be able to get in touch with you and to say like, oh yeah, I'm interested in that idea when you're ready. So what happens after that, man?
After that, or in parallel,
your
product. Depending on what you do, maybe you're building an app, or if you do some e-commerce stuff, maybe the website on your web shop is maybe the same. But start building not the full version of your product, because you don't have time for this, you don't have money for this. We come to the developer parts, but start building a really simple prototype to explain other people what your idea is, to show other people what your idea is. Maybe there's, I think the best prototype I ever heard of is the one from Dropbox. Maybe you know this story. It's just, so he built everything on his own computer, but he was not able, because there was no cloud computing at this time, 10, 15 years ago, whatever. And then he was not able to show anybody else because it was just on his computer, the thing. And then in the end, all investors said, okay, we can't imagine. There was a big PowerPoint, but they said, no, that's not a good idea. And in the end, he made a screencast video just for random purpose, and then he dropped it in a nerd, not Facebook,
like Hacker News.
Hacker News community, and then it went like crazy. All developers, all nerds said, wow, that's a big solution, and that's really cool. And it was just a screencast. It was just a video.
So and he had the lead capture form on that website with the video, and he collected 200,000 leads in 3 weeks or so.
So that's a prototype. Find something where you can show how your idea works. It could be a video, it could be a click dummy, it could be something like this. Not the end version in the beginning, because the first job is to get the first leads in, right? And not to have a full version of your product. It
could be as simple as creating a presentation, and making a screencast of that with your own voice, explaining what your product does. This works in B2B businesses with services. This works later with tech companies. It can be very simple. Another topic about this that we wanted to mention was, like, does your tech choices matter at this point? And I think in some cases it does, in some cases it doesn't. You do not need to be perfectly scalable at the point. At this point, you need to choose technology that allows you to do it quick and dirty.
Quick and dirty. It has to work, and the purpose is, again, just to show what it does and not to be perfect. There's always the question, okay, but if it isn't nice, maybe the people don't like it. So there you have to find a good balance between quick and dirty. Quick and dirty, and but for sure with a little bit quality. And I usually go like, you don't especially if you're not no personal technical background. The first version of whichever co-founder or developer you do this with, it does not matter if it's PHP or JavaScript or in React. At this point, you need to use what you can work quickly with to get it out, because it's most likely people don't care. They don't. You have to find the first users and how to engage them,
Yeah.
to come to the platform and so on. So maybe there's one example. So everybody's building something like a community or a marketplace or something like this. For WordPress, there are so many really good community platform plugins.
Yeah.
You can just start with. You have to install the plugin in WordPress, and there are profiles, there are chat options, and so on and so on. To find the first version, to get the first customers in, I would say it's totally enough instead of building 2 or 3 months a perfect prototype.
Yeah.
So that's something I always work with to find for myself. Is it the right idea?
Even not only for the other people, but for yourself. To give another example, we in this app incubator I built with Arne Horn, we had this amazing idea of a burger delivery service. Yeah, we wanted to build a peer-to-peer burger delivery service because McDonald's and Burger King, they were not delivering, but people are there. They would probably bring you your menu if you paid them a little bit. Yeah, and we called it Bring My Burger. Yeah. And we had this nice website up that was a very simple version. We got lots of people, like hundreds of people who signed up. So we decided to take it to the next stage, and our cool designer Josh Lee built a fake version of it in Keynote. Yeah, he built like slides, but you could press buttons on. Yeah, he had like a really simple click dummy in Keynote. And we walked around with people and talked about that. And after a while, we realized that we do not want this business on our hands, because that would mean that we would probably be standing at McDonald's and Burger King's and delivering, and we would need to start locally. Yeah, we were an app company. Like, why would we do this stupid business model where you had to be local and acquire people and do lots of customer support? So the prototype also told us not to do it, even though hundreds of people signed up and we threw away that list. Okay, so what's the next topic?
Budget, maybe?
Budget. How much money should you spend on website, prototyping, coding, your idea of building your B2B service?
Yeah, hard question.
Really hard question.
I would just repeat, for website, for all my startups, either my coachings or for it's not allowed to pay more than just for a good WordPress template or something. Maybe 50 bucks, 50 to 100 bucks at least. It's here. For building a prototype, maybe it depends for sure. If you have to build an app, you need somebody who builds an app.
But let's say you have a normal B2C app. What
iOS or Android? Or both?
Doesn't matter. Like
I would start always with iOS.
Let's say iOS. Yeah. I would say let's start with React Native and have it for both.
Yeah, great.
So, but how much would we spend for an app?
Depends on the idea. I would take just maybe €1,000.
Yeah.
Go to Upwork.
Yeah.
If I don't have developers, or if I'm not able to code by myself or whatever, and find somebody who can build a prototype for at least €1,000.
Yeah, you probably need it 3 times to get it where you want, so you already at 3K. I would have said like a number between 1 and 5K. Yeah, that's probably. And yeah, just to get the prototype.
Not if you start an Upwork and say I need the full version and I want to pay €1,000, you will get what you asking for.
Yes.
Yeah. But I would say for €1,000 to get a really clear vision for your prototype, it's possible. Maybe it's 2,000 or whatever, but it's not more like this. And you should not spend more like this for the first prototype. That's what I say.
So in terms, it's not always like money. Sometimes it's time. Yeah,
really important.
We had the rule when we did the website to validate the business idea. First, it gets €100 for validation, and it took me maybe half a day to build the website and set up the analytics and MailChimp and stuff like that. So half a day plus €100. Then some campaigns, and then if it went well, €200. Yeah. And if that went well, we built a mock-up prototype. Yeah, just showing images. We put another €500 to validate that we really had the minimal feature set that we could actually launch with. Then we would spend not more than 2 weeks 2 developers time to build the prototype to be out in the market. So restricting yourself not only money-wise but time-wise, to go out quickly is very important, because oh god, people overthink it so hard.
They are developing in the black box 1 week, 2 weeks, 4 weeks. After 4 weeks, it's 2 months. And there is not one customer feedback at all. You're building, developing and thinking. Go out as soon as possible and ask your potential customers if they like it or not. That's it. Budget. Don't spend too much budget to building your prototype in the first version. If you have money, take your money for marketing to get the people in, to get the feedbacks on.
Yes.
If you have too much money.
So the next question is about hiring or having a co-founder as CTO. We have some experience with that. Good and bad ones. How about yours?
So that's a really famous question. If you're looking Shark Tank or Höhle der Löwen, everybody is looking for this CTO because all investors are, if you're doing tech business, always say, okay, where is your technical responsible person? If you don't have it, I would say you don't have a chance. But I would say there's a common mistake. So there's a founder team and they are looking for their first developer maybe. And it is not Upwork, it's later stage. And then they find a really good developer who's building the second prototype, the third prototype. There is maybe it becomes the head of engineering or something. But my experience, so I was a CTO in my former job in the end. But I would say there's one mistake, and the mistake is don't make your first developer automatically to your CTO. Because a CTO is another job and is another profile than being a really good awesome engineer. It could be the same person, but it could be. It could be. In the first point, you need a really good developer.
And here you need a really good technical manager.
And then comes the time, maybe if you're looking for investments and so on, you need a manager with a techno background.
Or
that's something different.
A person who can lead the vision of where the tech stack of your company should be going. Those are rare breeds.
And they are expensive.
And take your time with that. Like having him put on the CTO hat for a while, but that's fine. But like it looks cool on the resume and whatever. But making it clear that he needs to develop into the role of the CTO as well. Otherwise, he needs to step down and make space for somebody else.
Could be she as well.
Could be she.
You said he, but could be she. But I just know one CTO woman. Personally.
I know one too from podcasts from meetup.com.
Great.
It's a CTO. I don't know what they do with the 30 people working there. I never see the platform change. Maybe she can explain. I don't know.
It's still red and white. You're right.
Still red and white. Nothing.
Maybe it works. Never change the running system.
Then you don't need 30 developers.
Okay, here our recommendation is, if you hire your first developer, don't make him or her automatically to the CTO, because the CTO is a different job profile with what comes later. Okay?
There needs to be a person that is able to decide what is the scalable tech stack after the whole prototyping mess. Any developer that you hire will say scrap all the code, we need to redo it anyways. So pretty much every developer says that about the former developers. So just
that's right.
Live with that. That is another trap to fall into. But at this point, when you hire this person, you need to start thinking about scalability and what the future looks like and how complex of a system you want to build. For example, for my app CSGO skills, I'm not sure, and this is something I would like to discuss with you. We made a mistake, which was also an opportunity, blah, blah, blah. So the CSGO skill app which is helping you to become a better Counter-Strike player, is having a backend hosted on AWS. It's written in Go and some parts of it in Java. And then there is the iOS in Swift, the iOS app, the Android app in Java. And now I bought this app out of that former company. And what the fuck am I going to do now? I cannot hire a single developer to now keep
everything,
doing the whole thing, because I would need somebody to understand Go, Java, not only Java backend, but Java for Android, and Swift. Like, this person does not exist, or he costs 150,000 a year. Yeah, and
you won't find this person.
The reason we did this around this time was, it is really a cool incentive if you leave the tech choice to the developers. If they can say, do it in whichever thing you like it to do. Yeah. But if you see a future ahead where the complexity of your company decreases again, yeah, and you don't have more and more and more and developers, and you grow into a microservices stack like Netflix, where this is totally cool to have this freedom of choice, yeah, but you want to have a simple business, then you should consider how complex you want to do that tech stack from the business point of view as well, because you need to get the people who can serve that tech stack as well. So what's your opinion on that?
I would say, so it's a really interesting example. So I would say, tell the developers in the prototype phases, not the first, only the first one, the first, second, third, fourth, to say, just build it in the programming language you want to, you are best in. I think it's totally cool and it's totally right. But there will be the point, maybe that's exactly the point where you should start thinking about getting your CDO in. There comes a point in your business, if it is growing, where it's okay, we have a tech stack now, it's really complicated. I'm a tech guy, but not that into, so I'm losing control because I don't understand anymore what is the IT architecture platform. So maybe there's a point where you need someone who, as a sparring partner, or you have to hire a CTO. But when I get it right, I would say, I would start in the customer phase. If you say maybe the iOS or Android, which one is more important? iOS. So we start with the iOS version. I would say, okay, it is written in Swift. Yeah. So is it right or not? I guess it's right. No?
That's a matter of opinion. It's either Swift or React Native. Yeah. Those would be the two routes I would.
But today I would say, okay, for this year and short term next year, is this right or not? Yeah. Can I reach my goals for the iOS version with Swift? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Then I go in the architecture landscape and say, what's the next layer?
Yeah. The backend on AWS written in Java and Go.
Java and Go. So is it right for this year and next year? I have the feeling, no. We need to decide. Okay, then I would start here. Then I would say, okay, what can I do? Do I have to rebuild this to get rid of some legacy stuff, maybe the Java part or the other part, or do I change it completely to a new version? Yeah. In between, I would think about the Android version is written in Java. Maybe should I build here one thing for both backend or something? So I would start in the customer. So don't start at the bottom of your architecture, start at the customer. Always right. So iPhone, iOS, Swift, okay. Then next thing. And then I would maybe get rid of one. Maybe it's Java in the end. Because you have Java for Android. You need Java for Android?
We do, or Kotlin. Which is like the Swift.
The fuck? Is it from Scotland or?
It used to be like Java and Objective-C, and they changed to Swift, and they have now the option of Kotlin, which is more like a JavaScript-esque version, of writing Android.
So my recommendation is find somebody, not for hiring, but find somebody who can talk with, who had this challenge before, and then just scribble it down. So you're really good in scribbling in your and the biggest notebook I've ever seen. We had it 2 or 3 times already here.
It's just size B5.
It seems like A1 for me.
It's similar to A4, but it's a bit wider.
Okay, but you see, I think you see in what you can see in this discussion, there is a point, if you grew already, there comes a point where you have to decide about IT architecture, because IT architecture is so important for growing your business. But if it stucks, so I had some experience in trusted shops. So my former career, we had a big tech startup with everything, and we were growing and growing and growing. And in the end of the year, there always comes the Christmas season, and trusted shops is integrated in 25,000 e-commerce shops. And e-commerce shops are doing great in the Christmas business. Yeah. So their business was our business.
And Black Friday.
And Black Friday and so on. And so we had to start in August already, July, August, to plan the Christmas season just from the technical point of view. Yeah. We had to predict what traffic will come this year. That was the traffic from last year on Black Friday. We have to expect now 2.5 more than last year, and so on, and so to prepare to find scalable landscapes and load balancers and what the fuck. It was a mess, but in the end, it was worth it to start in July, August a project to get through the Christmas season.
And if you mess up for your customers in their most crucial season, you're out.
Then you're out of business.
Yeah,
that's what you have to do. And I would say today, so there is no solution for that. Everybody would say, okay, just do the microservices thing, and from that point, everything is scaling. I would say maybe there's Netflix, maybe there are 4 or 5 more companies in this world who are able to do this, but we started 15, 16 years ago with another tech stack, and to
switch it,
to transform it to this kind of IT architecture, it's not a project of half a year. It's maybe
and it's still really uncertain.
Yeah.
If this is,
it's not that easy.
If people are not like in 10 years going back to building a big ass monolith.
That's it.
All right.
Tech fuck ups.
That's really what we important. Want to talk about. So if you want to learn more, see the show notes. Today. You can go to growthartic.com, and there you can like and subscribe us on YouTube, on Spotify, on iTunes,
SoundCloud.
On Stitcher, SoundCloud. Follow us wherever you like. Please give us some feedback and write some comments so we can talk about this stuff. Yeah? And tell us about your tech fuck-ups. We are really interested to hear.
We are.
Learn.
Cool.
Anything else?
No, that's it for today.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.